Hello everybody, welcome back to, well, I think it's going to be a final video today. I'm really excited because it's really weird when two things that you love combine. WWE, which is wrestling, and Marvel Contest of Champions. I honestly can't believe that, I'm talking about two of the things that are like in the same kind of thing where they both collide. This must be how, like, I don't know, anime fans or kind of manga fans, whatever, were like when Capcom and Marvel combine, or when, like, you know, was it NetherRealm do the Mortal Kombat scene so well, and like where, you know, Kabam now are doing something, but it's like, it's not like we're bringing in, I don't know, a anime manga character in that people like, or kind of like doing a cross kind of thing. It's just like, this is just exciting because it is what it is, and I'm like, this is so cool. So you might have seen this side quest pop up, which is called Up Up Down Down Challenge. Now, for a lot of you that know, or maybe some of you know, some of you don't know, there is a thing that's fronted by Xavier Woods on a YouTube channel, which is called Up Up Down Down. But unfortunately, like, I just kind of see this as being what I saw in New York Comic Con. Like, it's fun. Like, the video's in the description, by the way, if you want to check it out. But you can see Adam Cole is kind of like doing like this, like what's like that's not how you play Marvel Contest of Champions. And this is actually, funny enough, the same problem that I saw at New York Comic Con. And that is just like, people were getting the devices and they were going like this. And, right, and that's just the problem. Not a lot of people, when they pick up the game for the first time, are kind of like following the methodology of playing, even holding device. And, you know, people may question as to like any other players, like me or anyone else. But if you're able to kind of like, you know when to do this in a certain way, then you're on to a winner. And let's just say a lot of this episode is filled with exactly that, of kind of like, let's just call it frantic swiping. I mean, just kind of having a look at like Xavier Woods, like that's the thing. Just kind of go like, is he up with it? But it's still amazing to see Nikki Cross, who's a top top wrestler within WWE at the moment. Adam Cole, who is potentially about to go to AEW, but that's another story for another kind of another day. But there's also Kofi Kingston, the absolute legend that is Kofi Kingston. I just want to now like have a look at how Xavier Woods, I think, is he's getting hit several times. He's going to be melted. So I want to say that the thing is, whether or not they were playing the game whilst the game wasn't performing too well, because that's the other thing as well. Also, this was probably filmed a long time ago before Adam Cole, who's the gentleman with the beard and the hair kind of like pit in a ponytail back. Just kind of then, right. He is potentially out of contract, so he might be in his extension period. This may have been filmed a month ago, for example. So this is really cool. As I said, like, it's really fun to see both the worlds I love combined, wrestling and the game. If you're interested in the various champions I use, then like on screen now, this is the team that I went through in like a second run of doing this. I actually found this team very effective. Just trying out weird options, because like there's loads of people who will say like, oh, you've got to use this, you've got to use that. At the end of the day, you might not have them in your roster. I found Namor was actually kind of fun. I actually used him against Human Torch, and that was a pretty decent amount of damage and just got me pretty much through that one. As well, I used Archangel. I tried that against Spiderman. Didn't really find that was working too well. Crossbones is an insanely decent option, because what you do is you shrug off fatigue, and if you shrug off fatigue, it means that you're able to kind of like have that as an efficient method of dealing with the situation. If you're a champion that deals slow debuff, like Red Guardians, not Sorcerer's brings us class disadvantage, but you know, She-Hulks, Red Guardians, you name it. Anything that's got a slow debuff will be effective against that. Any champion that shrugs off of debuff effects will be helpful as well. Against Iceman, it's a pretty simple fight. Warlock, any champion that is ice ability immune to or ice debuff immune to, so Frostbite and Frostbite and Coldsnap, if they're immune to that, and it's helpful. Interaction champions like Ghost, anything really kind of like deals with that. It's just a case of having a counter for Frostbite and Coldsnap, having an evade counter for Spider-Man, and as well having an Incinerate counter. I mean, that's pretty much it to deal with those if you're struggling with any options. As I said, for me, Human Torch, I used against Human Torch. I used the stones to destroy the stones. I used Warlock against Iceman, but in the past I've used Apocalypse against Human Torch, and I used Crossbones against Spider-Man because I wanted to shrug off the fatigue, but as well champions that deal with triggering off the fatigue, which is evade, is another way to go for anybody interested in that. But yeah, as I said, like, I am so excited with the fact that WWE effectively have worked with Marvel Contest of Champions. And for me, like, I was definitely there for Kofi Mania. I was actually incredibly disappointed with the way that they treated Kofi Kingston after the point, or with his run of the belt, because then, you know, having him just squashed to Brock Lesnar as a follow up was just felt like a real kind of like kick in the ass to that kind of situation. And as well, the same thing with Xavier Woods hasn't been billed that kind of well in Austin Creed, hasn't been you know, build that kind of way in the future. Like, he hasn't been kind of like given a lot of stuff outside of, say, New Day things and that. And I really wish that they give people more of a kind of a run, like a proper run. I don't really kind of show the other two, but that's the problem with, like, I don't really watch full shows, so I'm not really kind of like fully sure with some of these wrestlers, except for, you know, Nikki Cross, who's done a lot of work and deserves where she needs to get to. And the same thing with Adam Cole, and I'm hoping for big things from him, and he might be moving to AEW, but we'll have to see. Anyways, it's worth checking out. It's entertainment at the end of the day. If you're going to watch it as a diehard MCOC fan, you probably won't enjoy the way that some of it's played out. But I think it's the best thing about this is creating and giving more eyes to Marvel Contest of Champions, especially because, you know, the game might lose people over the summer period. Either way, this is really good, really, really fun. And yeah, that's been a video. Thank you very much for watching. As I said, very big surprise to see this. And if you are new and a WWE fan, then make sure to kind of like, I don't know, put something in the put like wrestling fan here. Put wrestling fan here in the comments section. And yeah, this is good to see. Right, let's see Kofi Kingston in action. He's frantically swiping, which isn't a very good thing. Normally you'd hold your device like that, kind of clicking down for your block, and then be swiping back on it and holding it, so that it's not so much of a frantic fight, which he's doing a frantic fight. This is done for a fun challenge. As I said, it's all for fun. It's all about getting new eyes to the game, but it's not the correct way to play. They're playing time challenges in order to do forfeits, those kind of things. And yeah, like, there's a lot of just frantic swiping. Did he do it? No, he didn't. So he's got to take a challenge or whatever, and he's not happy about it. You can check out some of my content on screen now, Marvel Contest of Champions related content and stuff, and also on the second channel, Marvel Future Revolutions, where we got content as well. Much love, everybody. Have a good one. Bye-bye.